How can I assist you?
How are you, Sean? Well, first off, I mean, you got some informative videos, man, that got my attention as far as to wanting to know more and actually wanting to connect with you. So definitely, you got some good stuff out there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm yet to do a government job, so I don't know much about it at all. But I've been watching the videos and definitely, interested to knowing more about it and the logistics and the whole nine. I mean, seems like you got it, pretty down packed as far as like the automations or getting through, with efficiency wise. Seems
Yeah,
like you got a full efficient system.
I've
So
been developing it daily for, 30 years. So, yeah, it's pretty damn polished.
yeah, yes, it seems like it. It seems like it. So yeah, I just wanted to know more and kind of to know like as far as to how it works on, conversion rates and stuff. I know, with the videos that I watched, there's definitely a lack of contractors as far as to the amount of money that they have at their disposal, for work or projects that they may have in mind. Just as far as how it works and conversion rate, like when people bid for the jobs, how is that?
Sure. I tell people that typically expect that it's going to be 1 in 20 bids that you turn in that you get an award. But right now, the feedback I'm getting is anywhere from about 1 in 7 to about 1 in 15. So, right now the government's in ultra spend mode because they got to spend all the money before September 30th. So, you got basically over a month right now of, shooting fish in a barrel. And then, so it just averages out over time about 1 in 20.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm mainly a roofer. Um, that's what we do. I mean, we do frame to finish, on one side, but as far as the biggest division within our company is definitely the roofing division. I don't know if you've had any experience with the Boston, Massachusetts area, north of Boston, as to what the government may have available for a guy like me.
Well, I would caution you to, prior to the training, to thinking, this is what I am. Because doesn't matter what you are today, you're a product of your environment, where you were born and where you were raised, who you came in contact with. You've never quite met a guy like me before that's been in the federal space for 30 years. And I'm actually going to convert you in my training, if you decide to take it, from what you are to being a national federal contractor, meaning it doesn't matter where the work is, what the work is, you're the guy between the government and the guys that know how to do it. So if it's a roofing job in, say, Dallas, Texas, you could bid it the same way that you would bid it north of Boston. And I've certainly done work in the Boston area. In fact, we've worked on President Adams' house, and we did a Navy wind tunnel in Natick, west of Boston. Um, yeah, those are the two that pop off the top of my head. I'm sure we've done more work up there, but you do 1,000 contracts, some of them you
Yeah,
forget. But anyway, so as an example, did you see that roofing video for the job we did in San Francisco? We got $5,400 a square for it.
no, I did not.
Oh, well, that's a great video. I mean, geez, you got to watch that one. Five thousand four
Okay,
hundred bucks a square for a cedar shake roof is pretty good price, right?
absolutely. How many squares was it? Was it a big job?
I don't know. It was like $400,000, something like that. But let's see. The one thing you want to take a look at is GCExperts.com/proof. Have you been to that page?
I've been on the GCExperts page. I don't know if I've gotten to the proof page,
Okay, so what
to
this page
the
is
proof
is
section.
what this is indisputable proof that our stuff works. And as an example, Harry texted me the other day, and I put his info in here. He says this one might make your highlight reel 6 square, 129,000. Um, but here you got Dennis of AMG, and you can see on his shirt it says AMG. And here I'm saying he's gotten $4 million in federal contracts. But where am I getting that number? Well, it comes from everything in federal is public information. Okay, anytime a job is awarded, it's public. It can't be hidden.
Yeah, yeah. I did
So
see this. There was a guy with like 50 something million. I did see this. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, look, these guys
Yep.
are doing
Your
work.
dad's on there.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're doing work all over the country. Now, it's not that we can't show you how to blow up your what we call your circle of influence, like the ship that's within 100 miles of where you're at. Yeah, we can help you blow that up, but that's only so much money. The real money is when you start working nationally, and that's what we teach you to do.
Got it. Okay, so it's a lot of it is like almost it's like subcontracting really.
It's almost 100% subcontracting because then you don't have to worry about your guys showing up on Tuesday anymore. Screw that.
Yeah.
I hate that business model.
No, I'm only licensed in Massachusetts.
You don't need a license of any kind to do this.
Okay.
I've done listen to me carefully. I've done hundreds of millions of dollars of federal construction. I've never had a license other than a driver's license. I wouldn't have the patience to do that.
Wow. Yeah, I did see in one of the videos, you were talking to the guy who was based out of Texas. I think you were also saying, you were based out of Texas. You showed your house up the road from where your office is. And you guys said in Texas it didn't require a license, but up here in Massachusetts, they do. I mean, maybe not for the contracting part. If you have to sub out, you got to get the professional you're subbing, I guess, has to be licensed. But
no, time out.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. Okay. We're going to say that the job's in Massachusetts. Understand that all our projects are federal. They're not state. They're not county. They're not city. It's federal, which means it's eminent domain property. The job might be in Massachusetts, but it's on federal property. Okay? So the specification can be written 3 different ways, 3 scenarios. Number 1, it could say that the roof shall be replaced by a licensed roofing contractor in the state of Massachusetts. It could say that. Now, that's not the company that gets the job. That's the company that does the roof. Okay? That's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, the roof shall be replaced by a licensed roofing contractor. Well, now, any licensed contractor from any state can do the job in Massachusetts. Okay? Scenario number 3, the roof shall be replaced. Well, now, anybody can go replace that roof. Anybody. No license, no state license, no nothing. And the government often writes them different ways. But most of the time, they just say the roof shall be replaced.
Got it.
Okay? Now, if it does require a licensed contractor, then you just hire a licensed contractor. There are licensed contractors everywhere. Okay? Doesn't matter where the job is, what the work is. It could say the transformer must be replaced by a licensed electrician in the state of Massachusetts. It could say the transformer must be replaced by a licensed electrician. It could say, and most of the time just says, replace the transformer. Look, there's no city inspector going to come out there. There's no county inspector. There's no state inspector. They have no jurisdiction on federal property. 0.
Understood. Okay. What's next?
Depends on what you want to do. You want to start today? You want to start next week? You want to, look me up and decide whether I'm full of shit or not? I mean, it's entirely up to you.
So let's say I was ready to move on to the next step. Is this something that we do like we're doing now, where you're going to teach me online? Is it an
Yeah,
online course that I take?
it's an online course. It's instant access. When you go to GCExperts.com/the workshop, you can sign up right here. And when you do sign up, it redirects you into the training, which is at workshop.gcexperts.com. And you just go in there and you hit play.
So number one,
If you could fill that.
you have a book, all done with it 10 days ahead.
You can pause it and come back to it. Can you hear that?
10 days ahead of schedule. And we're running the first test. 15 minutes into a 45-minute cycle, the need character that got written in here that I portray him in a way that's going to make the movie compelling.
So anyway, that's day one. Here's day two.
Sally, is Sally technical or administrative? Administrative. She knows shit about fish hatcheries, but she knows all about government paperwork and how to pay contractors if they do right. So she
Explaining what's responsive and non-responsive.
So anyway,
If something's
it's 3 days of training. It's like Netflix. You just come in here and hit play.
daggers in my eye, right? Look at this. Now, so what I'm gonna write down here is people answer.
So anyway,
So this.
what you got?
So you got multiple people. For example, let's say, over the course of however many years, you have all these students. Let's say most of them stuck through it. All these people are logged into your system, and they're looking at all these government jobs. So let's say, like, I'm going to take this course amongst many others. We're all going to be logged in the same system, looking at the same jobs and kind of bidding against each other. Do I make any sense?
How many people do you think I've trained?
I have no idea.
What number are you thinking?
Well, let's just say, over the last 5 years or 10 years, you trained, I don't know, a few hundred people a year. You got thousands of people, maybe. I don't know.
About 10 a year. About 10 a year.
About 10 people a year?
Yeah.
10 people a year.
Yeah.
Do this. But why I don't know. Why?
Hold on, you're breaking up. Hold on a second. The reason I got a big smirk on my face was because
people,
the way you asked your question suggested that it was going to be some huge number. You broke up again.
Well, I got that this one.
You're breaking up.
Is that my connection?
Yeah, it's definitely your connection. I've got a.
All right, we good now, I think.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
So, no, I know you said that there's 25,000 members that are logged on or whatnot.
25,000 contractors, but of the last 70,000 federal contracts that were awarded, they were only awarded to 3,000 companies. About 150 of the 3,000 are my guys.
Okay. So essentially you got about 3,000 companies who are sitting looking at these jobs nationally. They could be sitting in Texas and looking at jobs in Boston, San Francisco.
That's right. That's about
Colorado.
right.
So
yep.
You can, you're essentially competing with these other 3,000.
Yeah, but keep in mind, slow down. The government's
Okay.
trying to award $1 billion a day. $1 billion a day. The biggest guy in my program does $30 million a year. A year. Okay. If you think that there's a competition problem, you're just wrong.
Okay.
How else does a 6 square roof get awarded for $129,000?
How don't the other 2,900 members not jump on something like that?
Missed it? I
How do
don't
they
know,
allow
because
that
they
to
were
get to that
busy
number?
doing other things. I have no earthly. There could be literally 15 different answers to that question. You know. Did you look? Stop right there. Your air conditioner at your house. Do you know what tonnage it is? Is it a 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton?
3/4, maybe a one.
Okay. Now, so a 3 ton would be bigger. If you had to replace a 3 ton air conditioner, if you had to guess, like a 1 ton is a window unit. Okay, a 3 ton is like a home air conditioner. If you had to replace it, just guess. How much would it cost to replace
I don't know, 15,000.
it? Okay, 15,000. Now, the very first email we sent you. Am I on the right? Okay, so this was dated, what is that? August 29th? Okay. Look at this email. Good evening. Welcome to the world of federal construction. I want you to find that email in your computer.
Was it an email or a text message?
It was an email. It came from info@GCExperts.us. It might be in your spam, but we're going to take the time right now for you to find that email.
Is that at 11:11? I have a few from you.
The subject would be good evening. Welcome to the world of federal construction.
Getting started.
Before that.
I think it might be in my spam then.
That's all right. We're going to take the time to find it.
Yeah, that one's in my spam.
Okay, pull it up. Remember I said that everything is public information in federal jobs, right?
Yes.
Okay, in that email, there's a link to click.
The welcome link.
That's right, and it should say something like, here's the award for a 3 ton air conditioner.
Do I have to get it out of my spam in order to let me click on the link?
I don't know the answer to that, but you should be able to click the button that says continue reading.
Yeah, it doesn't even let me click the continue reading button.
Well, you can see it on my screen.
Let me get it out of my spam. Okay. So Jeff Sigway, show me the money. We got the 107.
Yep, $107,000. Okay. Now look, we bid $107,000 to replace a 3 ton air conditioner, and they gave us the job.
I'm gonna try to get to another area.
Okay. Okay, you there?
I am.
So we bid $107,000 for a 3-ton air conditioner. It cost us 15 grand to do it.
That's typically how those contracts look.
I'm not, I mean, that's what they look like, yeah. I'm not going to say that these are typical results, but what I'm going to tell you is that there's not a competition problem in the federal market. Not like what you're thinking about.
Okay. Uh, I don't even know what I have for questions right now. I'm It's so much. I mean, I started looking at this, I think, a couple days ago, a couple nights ago, and I just been just watching more and more. And I'm a guy, once I dive into things, I'm gonna invest some time, as I'm
Yeah.
sure this is some money,
Well, that's why I'm taking this phone call with you, because anybody who sat there, who particularly the way you wrote back and said, I'm up to speed, I already saw that video. Well, if anybody spends an hour watching my shit, I'll spend 3 hours answering your questions. I mean, because you're invested now. And so that, I mean, at this point in my career, people only call me for 2 reasons. Number one, they got questions on federal contracts, or number two, they got problems with federal contracts. And so, nobody's calling me up today and saying, hey, I made another 50 grand. That almost never happens, because they don't need me for that. So anyway, hit me with your questions. I'll answer everything you've got.
Okay, so when I am ready to move forward, I just fill out the survey thing there, and then it'll give me access to the videos and access to you. That's what I got from the conversation you had with the other gentleman.
Yeah, let me just text it to you. Hold on a second. There you go.
So what's that? The link for me to be able for me to have access to sign up.
Yep.
Okay. And that's what that is.
It's instant access.
Okay. All right. I'll if I have any questions before I sign up, I'll send you a message. If not, then you'll just see my information pop up, and most likely I'll binge watch it, because that's how I do
Well,
things.
that's been done before. David Bogues, about, I want to say, 2 months ago, we had a conversation like this. He gets off. Actually, I think he signed up while we were on the Zoom. He called me up literally 28 hours later. He said, oh my God, that was the greatest thing I ever watched. I'm going to bed now. Click. I was like, okay. So it has been done.
Okay. Yeah. And then yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. And I'm sure I'll have some questions. Like I said, whether it's before or after the fact, when I'm trying to, bid out jobs and trying to, go through your system. I'm sure all the videos show all of that. But once I get in, I want to see what's out there, and then we'll go from there.
All right. I'm here for you when you need me.
I love it. I love it, Sean. Thanks for taking the time so soon and having this meeting. That it means a lot.
Yeah, you bet, man.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Bye-bye.
Invest money in their infrastructure and people profit from it. Okay? So I have a passion for that.
Schedule a Zoom with me at GCExperts.com/Zoom.